This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Trust everyone is having a fantastic morning so far. And in the news for November 15, 2022, woman dead, spouse in custody after dispute over party. A woman is dead and her common-law husband in police custody following a domestic dispute over attending a party on Sunday night in Top Hill District Retreat in Westmoreland. The deceased has been identified as 35-year-old craft vendor Venetia Hilton of Sheffield Retreat District in the parish. Reports from the Westmoreland police are that at 2:25 a.m., the common-law husband went to the Negril police station and reported that he and his common-law wife and his two children were at home when they had a dispute over her attending a party. The common-law husband said a fight ensued between him and his partner, and he used his fist to hit her in the face, and she fell on the ground, hitting her head and was immobile. The police report said on arrival of the lawmen, the garage grill along with the back door were discovered open. Hilton's lifeless body was seen face down in a pool of blood on the bedroom floor, with what appeared to be marks of violence on her back and head. She was transported to the Savannah Lamar Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Police charged a man seen in video intimidating passengers in a taxi. A professional clown who was yesterday seen in a viral video ordering passengers out of a taxi in downtown Kingston was arrested and slapped with criminal charges. Ramon Silvera, 32, of Kellyman Terrace, is to appear in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on January 12 of next year to answer to charges of assault of common law, disorderly conduct, and using indecent language. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, in a release on their Instagram page, confirmed that Silvera was charged but made no mention of whether he was released on bail. The Constabulary Communication Unit could not say whether Silvera was given bail. Silvera, who was armed with a piece of board, was seen in a video that emanated during yesterday's all-island taxi strike, ordering passengers to exit a taxi. The accused, who was behaving in a threatening and intimidating manner while using foul language, was shortly after accosted by the police. The police, in the meantime, are urging taxi operators and the passengers who have been intimidated or harassed by thugs during the public transport strike to report it. In a Twitter post, the Jamaica Constabulary Force said several videos and voice notes have been circulating on social media suggesting persons were being impeded from entering or forcibly removed from vehicles. It said this is unlawful. Taxi and bus operators across several parishes have been on strike to press their demand for a traffic ticket amnesty. 2 Portmore taxi operators arrested for setting fire to roads. At least 2 taxi operators were arrested on Monday afternoon for setting fire in the street near the Petcom gas station on Dawkins Drive in Portmore, St. Catherine, in protest over the government's refusal to grant them a ticket amnesty. Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, the commanding officer for St. Catherine South, told the news that cops had to be playing cat and mouse with the taxi operators who set new fires soon after the authorities put them out. The police are moving from one area to the next because these people lighting and attempting to light the fires all over the place, so we have to be monitoring and responding right away, Phillips said. These taxi men started it near the gas station. We managed to get things under control and the 2 persons were taken into custody. We now have a strong presence on the ground monitoring Portmore, Phillips said. JUTC tells commuters to brace for delays as the taxi strike continues. With transport operators signaling that they will continue their strike action for a second day today, the state-owned Jamaica Urban Transit Company is warning commuters to brace for delays as a result of the increased pressure it is now facing as a result of the protest action. We are aware of the strike and acknowledge the challenges it is causing the commuting public, said the JUTC's corporate communications manager, Cecil Toms, in an audio message. Toms appealed for patience from the traveling public by pointing out that the JUTC was facing its fair share of challenges. We're appealing to our commuters to be patient as there will be delays with the increased demand, he said. Toms also disclosed that the company received some long-awaited spare parts last Friday, and its team worked the entire weekend to ensure that as many of the 250 buses in its fleet were rolled out Monday morning. We're doing the best we can with the resources that we have, said Toms. He expressed hope that the good sense will prevail and that the strike will end soon. Transport operators are pressing the government for a traffic ticket amnesty to prevent their members being thrown in jail under a more rigid ticketing regime. In the meantime, Toms again appealed to passengers to desist from rushing the buses in order to secure a seat. Commuters have been engaging in the dangerous practice of running alongside buses as the units enter the laybys in the North and the South Parade in downtown Kingston in an effort to get inside of them. This practice is wholly unsafe and could result in injury or worse, a fatality, Toms said on the weekend. He said the JUTC will be reaching out to schools to enlist the support of principals, the Road Safety Council and the parent-teacher groups in reminding students about the proper road usage as well as good pedestrian behavior. While we make this appeal, we are also encouraging our adults to be proper role models and to protect our children, said Toms. Toms said the company was aware that as the Christmas season approaches, there will be more demand for its services. As such, we are doing all we can to increase our bus rollout to reduce crowding at our laybys. We ask for your continued patience and understanding as we look forward to receiving brand new buses next year, he said. Opposition wants a path to be tied to parent involvement in child's schooling. The opposition has called for continued path benefits to be tied to parents and guardians' involvement in their child's schooling. Opposition spokesman on education, Damian Crawford, said the government should hold the parents and guardians to account in order to counter maladaptive behaviors in the nation's schools. To this end, he suggested the government tie the benefits of the PATH program to whether parents or guardians participate in parent-teacher association meetings or show up when called to their child's school.
Tie the PATH program to parent participation in PTA activities, as well as parents and guardians showing up when requested by the school. Continuation of access to PATH should therefore be on a term report basis, where schools indicate that parents have shown interest and has come to school whenever they are requested. We ask that the government further employ 3 child psychiatrists per region and offer scholarships to serve as an inducement to have this specialization in child psychology.
Driver freed in Villa missing guns case. Balfour Hutchinson, the transport operator who was charged in May in relation to 2 guns that went missing from a villa at the Trial Club Hotel and Villas in Sandy Bay, Hanover, has been freed of all charges. Hutchinson, who has attended court at least 5 times since he was arrested and charged, pleaded not guilty to the charges of larceny of firearms and criminal negligence in the Hanover Parish Court in Lucy on Monday. A shotgun and a handgun have reportedly gone missing since late 2021, both owned by a licensed firearm holder who also owns the villa from which they disappeared. Hutchinson was charged because he was the overseer at the villa when the guns went missing in 2021. He was on $300,000 bail with 1 to 3 sureties on condition that his travel documents were surrendered to the police and had been ordered to report to the Sandy Bay police at least once per week. When Hutchinson's case was called up on Monday, a listed Crown witness who was slated to give evidence was a no-show, while the arresting officer's statement was said to have too many discrepancies. Hutchinson was relieved when Judge C. Barnett Plunkett told him that he was free to go and he should take the experience as a lesson learned. "Your Honor, I have learned the hard way," Hutchinson told the judge, while she advised him to reassess the ordeal in his own time and not to let such a thing happen to him again. The Hanover police have not yet charged the villa owner in connection with the 2 weapons, even though the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Legal Department has issued a ruling for him to face charges. In July, Hanover Police Division Chief Superintendent Sharon B. Putt had expressed alarm that he had not yet been charged when the news sought an update. As far as I am concerned, the firearms owner should be charged, and I have done all the necessary paperwork for that to happen, and it should happen soon, she stated then. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.